Tonight, as you lie down and let the day dissolve behind you, allow a new thought to settle into your mind. You can fall asleep believing you will receive a large, unexpected sum this month. Let that thought be gentle. Let it rest at the edge of your awareness like a warm light just beyond the eyelids. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to decide how or when. For now, simply accept the possibility and notice how that openness changes the way your body carries itself as you prepare for sleep. This meditation supports a mindset of openness to financial opportunities. It is not financial advice or a promise of guaranteed outcomes. It is a practice to calm your nervous system, open your imagination, and invite your subconscious to align with thoughts of receiving and gratitude. If at any point a thought of doubt appears, treat it like a leaf on a stream. Notice it and gently let it float away. Make yourself comfortable. Adjust your head, your shoulders, the angle of your knees if you need to. Let the surface beneath you support your weight. Allow your hands to rest where they naturally fall. Close your eyes when you are ready, or keep them softly lowered, taking in the dark that forms behind your eyelids. Begin by noticing your breath, not changing it yet, simply watching the rhythm of air as it arrives and leaves. Feel the subtle rise in your chest, the way your abdomen expands, the small space between each inhale and exhale. Now, take the first slow, deliberate breath. Draw air in, slowly and smoothly, letting it move down into your belly. Hold the breath for a gentle, brief moment, as if pausing at the top of a staircase to look out across a quiet landscape. Then exhale fully, letting go of any stiffness in your jaw, any tension around your eyes. Breathe in again, and as you do, imagine drawing in calm. Breathe out and imagine releasing a little of the weight you've been carrying. Breathe in warmth and possibility. Breathe out worry and resistance. Continue this natural, steady breathing for a few more cycles, each one slower and softer than the last, each one guiding you a little further down into relaxation. As your breath settles into a smooth rhythm, bring your attention to the top of your head. Picture a small, soothing warmth gathered there. With your next breath, imagine that warmth spreading downward like sunlight moving across a meadow. Feel it soften your forehead, smoothing out any lines of concern. Let the warmth ease the muscles around your eyes. Allow your eyelids to become pleasantly heavy. Let the small muscles of your face relax, the cheeks, the jaw. If your teeth are gently touching, give yourself permission to part them and let your mouth be slightly open, soft, and free. Let that warmth travel to your neck and shoulders. Notice how often your shoulders carry memories of the day, tension from a meeting, posture from a phone call. With each exhale, let your shoulders fall just a little farther away from your ears. Imagine the muscles there releasing like ropes being untied. Feel the weight of your arms as they rest by your sides, the hands becoming heavy and warm. Let the sensation move down through your chest. With every breath, notice how your heart softens, how the space around the ribs opens, how breathing becomes easier, more effortless. Bring that settling warmth into your belly now. Notice if you hold tension there, a tightness when things feel unfinished, a coiled readiness when problems were left unresolved. With each breath, allow the belly to soften. Feel your diaphragm relax.
Let the breath travel down into your lower body and sense your hips and thighs releasing into the bed. The muscles of your legs grow heavy, pleasantly weighted. The feet relax as if they could melt into the covers. With each exhale, you descend a little deeper into comfort, a little further from the day that has passed. Now, as your body settles, imagine a gentle light beginning to glow just above your chest, warm and golden. It pulses softly with the rhythm of your breath, in and out, in and out. This light is calm, it is steady. It is not loud or demanding. It is like the steady burn of a lantern guiding you toward rest. Sit with that golden warmth for a moment and notice how it feels to be held by light. Allow it to expand slowly, moving upward toward your shoulders and neck, downward into your belly, outward into your fingertips and toes. As it moves, it carries a sense of permission that it is okay to rest, that it is okay to receive. Take another long, easy breath. As you exhale, imagine the muscles along your spine releasing, vertebra by vertebra, like a string of beads loosening. Feel the bed beneath you supporting every inch of your body. Let your weight sink just a little more into the mattress. Listen to the quiet rhythm inside you, your heartbeat, your breath, and let these natural rhythms lull you toward a peaceful calm. When your breath feels even and your body is growing heavy with relaxation, bring your awareness to a soft question. What would it feel like to check your bank balance and be pleasantly surprised? Picture yourself reaching for your phone or sliding a finger across a screen. You do not need to know where the money came from. For now, simply imagine the feeling, the small sound of a soft chime when a number changes, the gentle glow of the screen illuminating your face in the dark. See the digits increase. Notice your chest as it opens with relief. Notice a warmth spreading through your entire torso, a lightness behind your sternum. Allow this imagined scene to be vivid but not forced, like a dream gathering details as you relax. Return now to the image of the screen in your hand. Imagine the digits shifting upward, slow at first, then with a confident, unmistakable, steadying climb. The numbers might show an amount larger than you expected.
Notice the light that spills across your face. Feel the small, immediate sensations, a slow exhale that comes from the chest, a soft smile that forms without effort, a sense of relief that seems to expand where worry once lived. Let yourself breathe into this scene. You do not need to analyze it. You are simply practicing the feeling of what it is like to be surprised by good news, to receive an unexpected increase, to have a shift that makes space for ease. Now widen the scene. Instead of only seeing numbers on a screen, imagine the phone vibrating with a notification, a deposit, a message, a confirmation. The specifics are not important. What matters is the feeling that arises in your chest, in the soft center behind your ribs. Feel gratitude swell there, tiny at first, then growing broader, warming the space. Gratitude behaves like a magnet. As you feel it, you draw closer to the experience you imagine. Let that gratitude be a small, luminous thing you can hold. Breathe into it. Allow it to anchor in your body like a seed waiting to sprout. Move now to a different, more tactile image. Picture yourself in a quiet, familiar room with a thick bundle of notes in your hands. Feel the weight for a moment, the texture of the paper, the slight roughness of the edges, the warmth as you cup the stack in your palm. Let your fingers notice the sound that a few bills make when they shift together. Smell the faint scent of paper and ink, imagined but vivid. Allow the sensation of having money physically present to be part of your rehearsal of receiving. As you hold it, feel a warm gratitude growing in your chest that reaches outward into your arms and hands. There is nothing greedy here, nothing frantic, just a gentleness that comes with having more ease than before. Take a breath with that image in place. Now, in your mind's eye, lift the bundle gently and with playful curiosity toss it a little into the air. Watch the notes scatter like soft leaves. Imagine them falling around you like a warm, slow rain. The sound is soft, cushioned, no harsh rustling, only a delicate patter. Some land on your shoulders, some brush across your skin. Notice the lightness in your laugh, the carefree tilt of your head as you watch the flutter of motion. Allow yourself to feel celebration, not loud, not overwhelming, but sincere and bright. Let joy move through you like a melody you once knew and now hum again. As you watch this gentle rain, notice a childlike ease emerging. There is no need to explain the source of the abundance. There is only the sensation of receiving and the subtle expansion of your sense of worthiness. Repeat quietly to yourself, I am open to receiving. I am willing to expect good things. Say it softly in your mind and let the words sink into the warm space at your chest. Notice how your body responds.
If tightness appears, perhaps a quick thought that says, "This won't last," simply notice it and allow the golden light at your chest to expand and embrace that thought until it softens. Now picture a broad sweep of golden light descending from above, gentle as morning sunbeams. It washes over your head and moves through your body like warm honey, slow and steady. This light is not a command, it is a gentle presence that soothes and cleanses. As it travels, it brushes past doubts as if they were dust motes. Feel the light around your forehead, smoothing away the tightness of what if. Hear the light dissolve the small voices that say you are not ready. Let it move down through your throat and into your heart center, dissolving any residue of I can't and leaving space for I can and I deserve. Imagine now the golden light gently lifting a handful of small old beliefs from you, thoughts that once protected you but now only hold you back. See each belief as a paper boat, fragile and familiar, floating away on a calm river. One by one, I don't deserve this. Money is hard to get. I must earn every dollar through struggle. Watch them drift until they are out of sight. In their place, feel a new belief forming, steady, simple, and true. I deserve abundance. Allow that statement to rest in your chest like a small stone of warmth. Repeat it inwardly. I deserve abundance. I deserve to rest while good things come. As the golden light continues to swirl, feel it weaving through your nervous system, smoothing corners and softening edges. With each breath, this flow becomes a little deeper, a little more natural. You are not forcing an outcome, you are creating a hospitable inner landscape where receiving can occur easily. This landscape is calm, clear, and steady. Now we will move into a gentle set of affirmations. They are not promises, they are invitations, simple sentences your mind can hold as you drift. Say them to yourself, or let them fall like soft echoes through your awareness. Allow each one to be repeated a few times, feeling the resonance in your body. Begin with this one. I am open to receiving unexpected blessings. Repeat it in your mind now. I am open to receiving unexpected blessings. Again,
I am open to receiving unexpected blessings. With each repetition, breathe and feel the space in your chest widen just a little more. Now add another. Money flows to me in peaceful and surprising ways. Money flows to me in peaceful and surprising ways. Money flows to me in peaceful and surprising ways. Notice any images that come, perhaps a message from someone offering help, perhaps a refunded amount, perhaps a new opportunity. Let images come and go without needing to fix them into a story. Next, I am worthy of financial ease. I am worthy of financial ease. I am worthy of financial ease. Feel how worthiness is not something you must earn in the future. It is a steady presence you allow now.
Let the affirmation sink into the warm place at your chest. Now this one. This month I remain open to receiving a significant, joyous sum. This month I remain open to receiving a significant, joyous sum. This month I remain open to receiving a significant, joyous sum. Use the word open as a kind of soft muscle, a little like relaxing your jaw. Each time you say it, let a small sense of receiving soften and expand. Between each cluster of these phrases, return to your breath. Breathe in, feel the golden light gleam a little brighter. Breathe out, feel the relaxation deepen. Allow the rhythm of your breath to be the drumbeat that carries these phrases into your body rather than just your mind. As these affirmations settle, notice any internal resistance. If a thought surfaces saying, "This is wishful thinking," acknowledge it with kindness. "I hear you." Then let the golden light brush along that thought, smoothing its edges until it is small and calm. Replace it with a more helpful prompt. I am practicing opening to good things. I am practicing opening to good things. I am practicing opening to good things. Each repetition is like placing a stone across a stream. With enough repetitions, a path forms. Now imagine, briefly, several possible ethical sources of unexpected funds. Soft, ordinary channels that do not rely on luck or risk. You might picture a message from a client with a new contract, an email with an overdue payment arriving, a thoughtful friend offering help, a refund you didn't expect, a small bonus slipping into your account. These are simple, plausible channels, everyday ways that life often rearranges itself to offer relief. Allow each image to be small and believable, like seeds planted in well-tilled earth. As you imagine each one, feel the gratitude that comes with any sort of relief. Notice it, taste it, let it settle. Return again to your breathing. Inhale, and on the exhale, whisper silently, "I accept." Inhale, exhale, I accept. Inhale, exhale, I accept. Let the words be soft anchors folded into your breath. Each time you say, "I accept," feel the body relax more into the idea that receiving is safe and welcome. Now, as the golden light keeps you warm, picture a calendar opening in front of you, a single page labeled with "this month." Imagine, with ease and without pressure, a gentle circle appearing on a day later in the month, a small notation indicating a pleasant surprise. See the circled day as a beacon of possibility rather than a fixed promise. Let the sight of the circled day fill you with serene anticipation. Anticipation that feels expansive rather than anxious, an open window waiting to be touched by a breeze. As you hold that image, let a deeper affirmation rise. I trust the flow of abundance. Repeat it inwardly. I trust the flow of abundance.
I trust the flow of abundance. I trust the flow of abundance. Notice the difference in tone between trust and expectation.
Trust sits like a wide, calm lake. Expectation can feel tight. Choose trust. Let it be broad and still. Allow now the sensation of gratitude to grow, not for the exact shape of what will come, but for the simple truth that you are supported. Feel gratitude spreading from the center of your chest, traveling down your arms into your hands and outward into your fingertips. Imagine offering a quiet thank you to the universe, to the unseen helpers, to the small and ordinary coincidences that create space for giving. Say again in your mind, thank you, thank you, thank you. Each repetition is gentle, mellowing your nervous system, reinforcing the feeling that receiving is natural. We will deepen the visualization one more time before moving further. Picture a soft light at the center of the room you are in. If you live alone, imagine the light filling the space with calm. If you share space, imagine it caressing the edges of the room like a hush. In the center of that light sits a small envelope sealed with a quiet, plain seal. Reach toward it in your mind. Pick it up. Feel the weight in your hand, the texture of the paper. There might be a small note inside, a short line that reads simply, "For you." Allow yourself to feel the simplicity of that message. It is not complicated. It does not demand explanation. It simply says, "For you." As you accept that envelope, know that accepting small kindnesses is part of preparing for larger ones. Acceptance trains the body to receive. Take a breath. Let this act of receiving, lifting the envelope, reading the small note, settle as a rehearsal in your nervous system. You have practiced the feeling of surprise, the sensation of physical notes in your hands, the joy of money raining like slow leaves, the warmth of golden light dissolving old resistance, and the quiet gratitude that follows acceptance. You have repeated affirmations that are invitations rather than promises. Notice how your chest is softer now, how the mind is less reactive, how the body is more willing to rest. As we continue, you may notice that your breathing has become even more gentle. Perhaps your eyelids feel heavier than before. That is natural. Let the body follow whatever sleepy rhythms arise. If you start to drift into sleep, allow that to happen. If you remain awake, continue to breathe with me and imagine a few more gentle scenes before we settle into deeper repetition. Now feel the golden light focusing again at your heart. Imagine it forming a small, bright knot of warmth, like a jewel of light. As you breathe, that jewel pulses softly, expanding with each inhalation and softening with each exhale. Place your full attention there for a moment. Inhale warmth, exhale release. Think to yourself simply and kindly, I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve this. Allow these words to be more than thought. Let them be a felt sensation beneath your ribs. We will now move into another cycle of affirmations, each phrase repeated several times to encourage the subconscious to accept them more readily. Let your breath carry each phrase like a quiet bell. Begin with, I attract opportunities that make my life easier. I attract opportunities that make my life easier. I attract opportunities that make my life easier. As you imagine opportunities, see them as doors opening gently, not as frantic leaps.
They might be small and steady, an email, a conversation, a simple yes where before there was a maybe. Follow with, money comes to me from expected and unexpected sources. Money comes to me from expected and unexpected sources. Money comes to me from expected and unexpected sources. Allow your mind to remain loose with the images. Do not pin them down. The law of attraction works with your feeling more than with your precise narrative. Now, I am calm as I receive. I am calm as I receive. I am calm as I receive. Feel calmness as a steadying force, not an avoidance. Calmness allows you to respond clearly and to hold gratitude without grasping. And again, I sleep knowing the universe is arranging support for me this month. I sleep knowing the universe is arranging support for me this month. I sleep knowing the universe is arranging support for me this month. Let arranging suggest care rather than chaos, pieces moving into place gently. After this cycle, take a long, soft breath and feel how each phrase has rested somewhere in the deeper parts of your mind. Notice how the golden light at your chest hums quietly now, like a small engine of trust and preparation. If any part of you resists, if an old story whispers that you must struggle for every gain, acknowledge it with kindness and say inwardly, "Thank you for protecting me. I am safe to receive. Thank you for protecting me. I am safe to receive." Each repetition is a balm for the protector, assuring it that receiving is not abandonment, but a new form of care. Imagine now, briefly, placing a handful of coins into a small clear jar labeled ease. Watch the coins as they clink softly together. Each sound is a small confirmation, a tiny ritual acknowledging that change can be gradual and gentle. See the jar slowly filling over days and weeks in your mind's eye. It might be a trickle at first, small savings, a minor refund, then a steady accumulation. This jar is symbolic. Its growing weight reassures you that small shifts compound into meaningful change. Keep breathing gently. Let the jar fade and bring back to mind the bank app image, only now softer, less specific. Imagine the glow of the numbers again, but this time allow the numbers to blur slightly into an overall sensation of increased ease. The form is less important than the feeling. Let yourself rest in that feeling, ease, relief, gratitude. Now, as the evening darkens in your imagination and your body becomes heavier against the bed, notice where your attention naturally wants to rest.
It might linger on the golden light at your chest, or on the calendar with the circled day, or on the jar that is slowly filling. Let your mind choose and follow it without forcing. Inhale, feel the light. Exhale, release. If sleep comes, allow it to carry these impressions into the quiet work of your subconscious. If you remain awake and curious, there is more we will explore, more affirmations, more layers of visualization, and deeper clearing of old beliefs so your practice can be both gentle and powerful. For now, rest into the sensations you have created. Let them hum quietly as you drift, planting seeds of trust and receiving that will continue to work beneath the surface. Allow those impressions to sink a little deeper now. Keep breathing in the same easy rhythm you have settled into. Inhale warmth, exhale release.
Notice how every inhalation seems to gather a little more calm, and every exhale lets go of a little more tension. Let the golden light at your chest be steady and sure, like a hearth that does not flicker. Let it hold the sense of reception you have been rehearsing, soft, believable, undeserving of urgency. If you are still awake, allow me to guide you through a few more gentle rehearsals, small, simple scenes that strengthen the feeling of receiving without demanding an outcome. If sleep is already arriving, let these images mingle with your dreams. Either way, there is no hurry. There is only the patient work of allowing your nervous system to accept a different story about what is possible for you. Imagine now a quiet mailbox at the end of a short path. The world around it is hushed, as if late afternoon light has slowed the air down. Walk slowly toward that mailbox in your mind. Feel the texture of the path beneath your feet, soft earth, a small gravel crunch, or the cushioned give of a garden stepping stone. Notice the small weight of expectation that is gentle, like the tip of a bird's song. Reach out and lift the mailbox lid. Inside rests a single envelope, plain and unassuming. It is addressed simply, with your name written in neat, ordinary handwriting. There is no pressure to open it immediately, yet curiosity and ease invite you to slide a fingertip under the flap. When you pull the envelope free, feel its substance. It warms slightly in your hand. It might carry a faint scent, paper, a trace of ink, the memory of distant travels. You can touch the seal with your thumb, and with a mindful breath, you open it. Inside, there is a short note and perhaps a small check or a plain card. The note might say something brief and kind, a line of recognition, a thank you, an unexpected acknowledgement that creates space in your life. Let the content of the envelope be gentle. You do not need to fix how it arrived. Instead, notice the inner response, the soft widening of your chest, the quieting of worry, and the emergence of an almost embarrassed smile that feels like relief. Breathe into that relief.
Let the sensation travel into your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands that hold the envelope. Let the small joy radiate into your belly like sun through a window. You have practiced this sensation before. Now it settles more firmly into your body. Stay with it for a few breaths, savoring the ordinary miracle of a thing you did not expect arriving exactly when you needed it. Now move the scene to another simple ethical channel, an email arriving in your inbox. You see the subject line for a moment before opening. A client says yes, a refund is approved, a chance to do more of what you do well. The message is concise and kind. Feel again the small physical signs, the breath that comes out as one long exhale, the muscles around your mouth releasing into a soft smile, the skeleton of your shoulders dropping a fraction. Let yourself be steady and composed as good news arrives. Notice how ease and competence can coexist with surprise. You receive with a calm mind and a grateful heart. Between each of these images, let your breathing be the anchor. Inhale a little, feeling the rise at the chest. Exhale slowly and long, feeling the warm golden light at your center thicken and become more present. Use that breath to thread these scenes together until the feeling of receiving becomes less like fantasy and more like a possible, ordinary turning of events. There is also room here for a small imaginative meeting, an encounter with someone who has come to offer help in a straightforward, honorable way. Picture a person you trust, a neighbor, a colleague, a good friend, approaching you with a kind gesture.
They might hand you a sealed envelope, or they might simply say, "I've got something that could help," and place a small gift in your hands. Notice how that act feels nourishing rather than exposing. Notice the dignity that remains. Receiving does not mean dependency. Receiving can be a shared human exchange, an act of mutual support. Allow your body to register that giving and receiving are two sides of the same gentle coin. As you carry these images, let any remaining doubt be met with curiosity rather than resistance. If a thought arises insisting things must be hard, thank it for its vigilance and imagine the golden light orbiting it with soft acceptance. The light does not argue, it soothes. The golden glow might remind that part of you, even protection has its season. There are times to be guarded and times to accept kindness. Tonight is a time to open to the possibility of small and large help arriving. We will now move through another set of phrases, simple, slow invitations that your nervous system can hold as you relax. These are not demands or guarantees. They are seeds of feeling. Repeat each phrase silently in your mind, letting each repetition be carried on a calm breath. Begin. I welcome helpful turns of fortune into my life. I welcome helpful turns of fortune into my life. I welcome helpful turns of fortune into my life.
With each repetition, imagine a small door in the background of your life opening a crack and letting in a precise, useful ray of light. Next, opportunities find me with ease and clarity. Opportunities find me with ease and clarity. Opportunities find me with ease and clarity. See these opportunities as simple invitations, an email, a conversation, a clear yes, nothing overwhelming, only helpful. Then, I allow myself to receive without apology. I allow myself to receive without apology. I allow myself to receive without apology. Let these words settle in your throat and chest like a warm affirmation of worthiness, not entitlement. Now, the universe supports gentle shifts that benefit me. The universe supports gentle shifts that benefit me. The universe supports gentle shifts that benefit me. Imagine the cosmos as a slow, kind gardener that moves small pieces into place so life grows with ease. Between these cycles, rest in your breathing. Notice how the rhythm of your inhale and exhale is carrying not only air, but also a new pattern of expectation, a softer, kinder expectation that receiving can be ordinary and peaceful. As you breathe, you may notice an inner protector stirring, an old part that insists on caution. That protector has served you well. Give it acknowledgement. Silently tell it, I see you and I know you are working. Then imagine placing a small warm stone in its hands, a token of trust. Tell the protector that receiving does not mean abandonment. It means more resources to care for what matters. Let the protector relax just a little. Let its shoulders drop. Let the golden light enfold it and remind it that caution and allowance can coexist. Now picture once more the image of money as a texture, but shift the focus to a slow, abundant flow rather than a single event. Imagine a steady stream, tiny at first, like a trickle of water feeding a garden, then growing into a slow, nourishing current. This flow arrives through many small avenues, a returned amount, a thoughtful tip, a timely payment, a new client, a modest bonus.
Each drop is unremarkable alone, but together they make a difference. Visualize these streams collecting into a calm pool beside you, reflecting the soft light of possibility. You do not need to set rules for how it arrives. The important part is the feeling of a steady, manageable increase that allows you to breathe easier. Let us move into a longer sequence of affirmations now, 6 statements that will be repeated and slightly varied. Between each repetition, breathe slowly and let the golden light hum in your chest. Start with, I am ready to welcome financial ease. I am ready to welcome financial ease. I am ready to welcome financial ease. As you say it, feel readiness like a soft hand opening, not like a clenched fist. Now, unexpected blessings come to me in ways that respect my values. Unexpected blessings come to me in ways that respect my values. Unexpected blessings come to me in ways that respect my values.
Unexpected blessings come to me in ways that respect my values. Allow images that match your integrity. Simple, honest forms of support. Next, I meet opportunities with calm confidence. I meet opportunities with calm confidence. I meet opportunities with calm confidence. See yourself responding with clarity and steady hands when something beneficial appears. Then, my worth is not dependent on my balance sheet. My worth is not dependent on my balance sheet. My worth is not dependent on my balance sheet. Let this line sit like a protective banner. Your value is inherent and not measured by variable numbers. Follow with, I accept that receiving is part of a healthy life. I accept that receiving is part of a healthy life. I accept that receiving is part of a healthy life. Let acceptance feel like a permission slip for your nervous system. Finally, I rest while positive changes take shape. I rest while positive changes take shape. I rest while positive changes take shape. Imagine your rest as a crucible where slow transformations occur without strain. Take 3 full breaths after that cycle, letting each phrase sink a little deeper. With each inhalation, feel the golden light knit these phrases into the landscape of your inner experience. With each exhale, release any last tendrils of doubt. We can now create a short ritual in your imagination that helps to anchor these new patterns into everyday life. Imagine a small, smooth stone on your bedside table. On the stone, with your mind, you can trace a single word that means receive or ease to you. Keep the word simple, a brief symbol that cues your body to allow. In the mornings or any time you pass the stone, touch it and take a single deep breath. Let the touch remind you receiving is part of how you live. Tonight, before drifting into sleep, place the thought of that stone in your mind's hand and imagine setting it gently on the table. The stone will sit there as a tiny talisman, not magical in itself, but helpful as a cue. If you wake in the night and worry, remember the stone. Touch the imagined smoothness. Breathe slowly. Whisper into the dark a simple line, I am safe to receive. Repeat it quietly and let your breath make the words a lullaby. Now, for a softer visualization that some find helpful as a daytime practice, imagine waking in the morning and sitting at a small table. On the table is a plain notebook and a pen. You do not need to write at this moment. Instead, imagine simply noticing 3 small things you are grateful for: today's coffee, a clean shirt, a text from a friend.
Then imagine listing 3 small possibilities for how help could arrive this month. A small refund, a quick yes from a client, an extra shift, a thoughtful offer. Picture noting them without pressure. This tiny exercise trains the mind to look for openings rather than obstacles. If you choose to use this exercise in daylight, treat it as an experiment, gentle and optional.
You can return to tonight's visualization later and allow the two practices to support one another. Returning now to the bed, allow the golden light to gather in a broad, slow ocean inside you. Let it wash over the entire field of your gut and chest, your shoulders, your throat, wrapping every musician of thought in a steady, warming cadence. The light's pace is unhurried. It does not demand answers. It only invites the body to soften into trust. We will now layer one more set of short, single-line anchors that are especially suited for carrying into sleep. These lines are smaller and simpler than earlier ones. Let them be like pebbles placed gently into the stream of your awareness. I will offer each line several times. Listen with the felt sense of your body and let the words resonate where they naturally land. Begin. I am abundant in many ways. I am abundant in many ways. I am abundant in many ways. Allow abundant to mean enough and more than enough in practical and subtle measures. Next, I trust calm processes to bring me support. I trust calm processes to bring me support. I trust calm processes to bring me support. Imagine trust as the low current under the surface doing the real work. Then, I accept good things into my life now. I accept good things into my life now. I accept good things into my life now. Let accept be soft like a hand opening to a gift. Now, this month holds kind surprises for me. This month holds kind surprises for me. This month holds kind surprises for me. Use the phrase kind surprises to steady expectation away from frantic seeking. And finally, I sleep while the universe arranges gentle help for me. I sleep while the universe arranges gentle help for me. I sleep while the universe arranges gentle help for me. Picture an invisible team of small, orderly hands placing things where they are needed. Nothing dramatic, only helpful. As you hear these lines, allow your breath to slow even more. If your body wants to sink deeper into the mattress, let it. If your eyelids flutter, let them. There is no requirement to stay conscious. The work you have done is already entering the quieter regions of the mind. Thank yourself for naming them, and let your hands rest lightly. As that practice winds down, let the feelings it created ease into the golden light. The images need not remain vivid. They can dissolve into color and warmth. Your body keeps the impression, receiving as possible, safe to accept. Now imagine the golden light knitting a small luminous thread from your chest to a point just outside of your home, a symbolic line connecting you to the wider world. Along this thread, small tokens travel toward you: coins, notes, messages, a gentle hand on your shoulder. Each token moves slowly, respectfully, arriving at a pace that honors both your dignity and your need. You watch them approach, one after another, without strain. They do not force, they simply come. You breathe, and the tokens land softly into your life. Allow the sensation of receiving without losing your center. As the pace of your breath lengthens, the mind often wants to hold one more thought, a last worry, a last question. If that happens, let the golden light gather that thought like a leaf and set it gently on the surface of some imagined water. Watch it float away. The world continues to turn. You continue to rest. Receiving is not a transaction that requires you to be vigilant. It is a posture of openness that your body can practice even while sleeping. We will now move toward repeating two short, steady phrases that are ideal to be absorbed by the more receptive layers of your brain as you drift. Hear them, feel them, and let them be like soft mantras. Repeat inwardly and slowly. I am deserving of helpful abundance. I am deserving of helpful abundance. I am deserving of helpful abundance. Let the rhythm of the words match the rhythm of your breath. Then, I release fear and welcome support. I release fear and welcome support. I release fear and welcome support. Picture fear loosening like a knot and support slipping gently into the space that opens. After these, find a comfortable cadence to let them echo like distant waves. Breathe in silence between each repetition and feel how the words become less about thinking and more about being. The phrases are small, purposeful signals to a system that learns by repetition. Now imagine a gentle winding down of the images and words. Allow the visual scenes to become less detailed, like a painting viewed from far away. The envelope in the mailbox, the email in your inbox, the little jar filling with coins, let them soften into color and light. The golden warmth at your chest becomes the prominent sense, steady and slow. If you awaken during the night and your mind becomes unusually busy, you can return to one of the single-line anchors and repeat it silently until your breath resumes its quiet pace. Choose whichever anchor felt most true tonight. Perhaps, I am safe to receive, or I trust the flow. Let it be your small tool to guide you back to rest.
Before we close, take a moment to seal what you have practiced with a short gratitude exercise. Think of 3 small things you are genuinely grateful for right now. They can be as simple as the softness of your pillow, the fact that you are breathing, or a memory of a kind smile. Name each one inwardly and let a brief warmth wash over your chest for each. Allow the gratitude to be calm and clear, a bright but contained light. In your mind now, gather the practice into a single soft image. Perhaps it is the golden light at your chest, glowing like a lantern, or the jar labeled ease with a few coins nestled within it, or the mailbox with the calm envelope waiting. Let that image be the last focused thought before you let your awareness widen into dream. There is no need to force sleep. If you feel ready, let your attention soften. Let your mind unfocus. Let the edges of thoughts blur. The work is done for tonight. A brief reminder: this meditation is designed to support a mindset of openness and relaxation. It is not financial advice and does not promise specific outcomes. It simply offers a safe way to cultivate feelings of readiness and gratitude so that you may meet opportunities with calm and clarity. If you found this practice meaningful and you would like a supportive structure to deepen it over time, there is a guided 21-day program available, one gentle step each day to build capacity for receiving and gratitude. The link is in the description below if you wish to explore it. There is no pressure. Consider it an optional companion to this nightly practice. Now, as you let your breath grow softer still, allow a few very simple lines to repeat themselves like a lullaby. These will be easy for your subconscious to keep as you sleep. Let them be simple, kind, and permissive. I am open to helpful surprises. I am open to helpful surprises. I am open to helpful surprises. I rest while support arrives. I rest while support arrives. I rest while support arrives. I accept the ease that comes to me. I accept the ease that comes to me. I accept the ease that comes to me. As these lines circulate in your awareness, they will do their quiet work while consciousness fades. Each repetition is a small planting. Each planting knows how to grow in the dark. There is nothing more you need to do. Allow the rhythm of your breath and the warmth of the golden light to cradle these phrases as they settle into the deeper parts of your mind. If you would like one last very short practice before sleep, imagine releasing one final thing you do not need to carry. Perhaps a tightness in your jaw, perhaps a should or must. Picture yourself setting it down beside you like a folded coat. Feel the relief of letting it be someone else's concern for now. Allow your weight to shift more fully into the bed. Let the world outside your body continue its turning without needing your constant adjustment.
As you drift, remember that receiving is a natural part of life. It does not remove your agency or your dignity. It simply adds another resource to the human experience. Trust in your capacity to steward whatever arrives with grace. When you wake tomorrow, you might notice a small subtlety has shifted, a lighter moment, a more curious glance at the mail, an easier willingness to say yes to possibility. If that occurs, allow yourself a small smile. If nothing tangible happens right away, continue to practice the feeling of openness. Habit is built in small, consistent steps. Each night you return to intention, you add another quiet stone to the bridge between what is and what might be. Now let these words thin out into silence. Allow your breath to take over entirely. Keep whatever anchor feels best in your heart, perhaps the lantern of golden light, perhaps the jar labeled ease, perhaps the stone with your single word. Let it remain as a gentle cue. Surrender to the quiet. Let your breath become the only movement. Allow the golden light to keep you company. Trust that the small seeds you placed tonight will continue their quiet work as you sleep. Rest into the assurance of being cared for by life's possibilities. Now, before you fully let go, a final simple invitation. If this practice resonated and you would like more meditations like this, if you enjoyed this session, you can also subscribe to the channel for more bedtime practices and supportive guides. Again, there is no pressure, only an open door if you wish to continue. Good night. Sleep and allow good things to move softly toward you this month.